On tonight's show, Projectorcades, Infinity Game Tables, third generation Countercades. So if it didn't make the E3 cut, does that mean it sucks? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Another episode of This Week. We're going to talk about the stuff that happened this week, last week. Look forward to next week and try to get through tonight without, offending somebody or just losing it all together. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. We are still drinking the Four Roses single barrel. Still a very smooth bourbon, to say the least, especially for the price for a single barrel. In this day and age when you can't buy a 2x4 for less than $8. It's nice to know that you can still get a good bottle of bourbon for less than $50, relatively speaking. I hope everybody's having a good night. So today was a bit of a crazy day. I had my schedule all planned out. I was going to finish up part 3 of the Alien vs. Predator arcade cabinet build, and then I heard a little knock on the door. And my dog started barking. I raced to the front to see what was the matter, kind of like the night before Christmas. And there was a box there, and look what showed up. Look what showed up. Little pre-ordered third gen Countercade arcade goodness. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. It showed up fairly quickly. This thing was supposed to, I think, release July 1st, and then for those of you who are in the know, today is the 27th. Right? Yeah, 27th. So a bit early. So it's good. What are my thoughts over it? Pros, cons? Well, I did a video on that today, so go check that out for a very in-depth review. Well, it's more of an overview, I guess, as far as the review is concerned. But I did do an unboxing, and we actually took the back off this thing and took a look at that PCB. More about that later. We're going to review that, do some compare and contrast to some of those second-gen models for sure. But anyway, let's say hello to the chat. Swing over here. Had a dual screen setup going on. I was going to try something. I wasn't sure I could get the volume just right. So we're going to skip that for tonight. I'm going to work on that, though. I want to get this so I can keep a better eye on the chat. M. Tucker says, I can actually say with the Projectorcade, I get it, but I'm not going to get it. I see what you did there. You see what you did there, kids? You did a little switcheroo there at the end. If you weren't paying attention. Drink. Drink indeed. Everybody working tomorrow? Everybody excited? Hopefully here in the States, we got July 4th coming up. So hopefully everybody's got a nice short weekend, or at least so looking forward to a long weekend next weekend. Majidian. Behold, one of the most useless creations to ever be brought into production. Arcade1up is out of touch with their ideas. Yeah, I mean, you're not far off. I mean, I think the big thing, like I said in my intro, if it didn't make the E3 cut, does that mean it just sucks? Does that mean it's like, well, listen, we already made some of these. Let's go ahead and push those out and see what happens. Now, the Infinity Game Table, which we're going to get into a little bit later, that thing has been announced forever. The Kickstarter took place, God, man, I don't know, 2 years ago. And this thing has had review units out, which I think was part of that R&D process. Get some people, get their hands on it and check it out and see. So I think there's some discussion there if that's actually useless or not. But this Projectorcade, we got some things to discuss. Getting a rock like Charlie Brown got in the Halloween special is better than getting a Projectorcade for free. Ugh. I don't know. At least you could take that projector and do something else with it. I don't know. Fox brought me here. Hold on. What? Wait. Yeah. Wait, what are you talking about? You want to come on? You just let me know, buddy. You just let me know. I'll have you talking arcades in no time. No time flat. You will be on, buddy. You don't need me. You ain't got to ask. Well, you do have to ask. I mean, I don't know if you're busy. So, Jolly Green. Hi, everyone. Hi to you, Jolly Green. Good to see Fatal J again. Pac-Man cabinet looking dope. Street Fighter shirt. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Got everything on point. Glass in hand, ready to talk to some great people about some crazy arcade craziness. Hello, everyone, from Michael B. Let me scroll. Chat just jumped again. Hey, there we go. Game Broker 84. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Glad for another stream. I'm glad you are glad for the stream. Glad I could bring the stream to you. Always look forward to it on Sundays. We got some stuff to talk about. Oh, my goodness. Craziness. We got Sweet. We got Terry B. Hey, Fox, how are you? I'm doing well. Freshly showered. Got a drink in my hand. Going to kick back, relax, talk about some cool stuff with some cool people. It's going to be awesome. Fun times to be had, folks. Show. I think we got a lot to look forward to, and I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret since y'all are the first 21 in the chat. I'm in contact with a source. Source, I use that term loosely because, sometimes when you have these channels, people reach out to you, they send you stuff, and some of it, legit, some of it not legit. Who knows? Who knows? But we're going to talk a little bit about some rumors, some things that I heard through the grapevine. Kind of exciting. Some of it is very, very expected. You see it coming a mile away. Some of it, I don't know. I think it gives me some hope for the company if I think that they're going to go in this direction. Great review video on. Hey, thank you. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I thought that was something I had to get done right away. That thing showed up this morning. I had to crack it open because I think the big thing about that, and we'll get into this a little bit more later, it's not just the outside. It's not just a games list. It's what's going on inside, under the hood. And I think that speaks to the future of Arcade1up. We'll talk about it a little bit more later. Super Pac-Man has been spotted in Costco again. Oh, here we go. Costco, up to no good. Up to absolutely no good. Freddie Marcel, do you think they are ever going to release NFL Blitz with Arcade1up? I'm of two minds of that. So first of all, the licensing is tough, but we saw them do that with NBA Jam, and they just omitted some players that maybe they couldn't lock those likenesses down. No problem. I don't think the game really suffered, other than I think a lot of people want to play with Jordan. Maybe they had another player they wanted to play with, but at the end of the day, the game it still plays basically the same. So maybe you couldn't get some of those names. At the end of the day, the cab looked great. Would I love to have an Arcade1up all football themed? Yeah, I think so. NFL splashed on the side. So your question is, do you think they're ever going to release it? I think they've probably got that thing mocked up. I think they've got it. I think they've got it probably as far as they can go in the preliminary stages. I think they're feverishly working towards that license. I think it just makes sense. Now, the plethora of NBA Jam cabinets makes me kind of wonder. There's a little bit of trepidation there. Is that because no one bought them? Is that because they were overproduced? I don't know. We've seen these things clearance, but they're still out there. You can get those things everywhere. Was that some sort of requirement by the NBA? I don't really know. But I guarantee you that is a tough seas to navigate. I'm sure that they're pursuing that as much as possible. I know this for a fact. Well, not a fact, but I'm like 99% sure that if they have the ability to lock that down, yeah. If they get the green light to release it in NFL Blitz, they're going to release it. It's going to happen. Make no mistake about it. And I'm pretty sure they're going after pretty hard and heavy because they're also about this cross branding, about they're trying to reach out not to just us hardcore arcaders, but other facets. They do these little crossovers with Supreme and whatnot, and these clothing lines. What better way than to reach across the aisle? They did it with NBA. Now let's jump into the NFL. Something that's very much Americana. It's very, very specifically, an American pastime. And let's see if we can, cross-pollinate as far as branding goes. Think about the doors that will open to them if they are now an NFL, or in with the NFL brand. How else could their product be tied into? Sort of similar in the way that the NBA is. But I think now we could possibly see, we've seen some experimentation with Supreme and all that, could we see some Nike cross branding? I don't know. Is it something that I think we need? No, I think that what they need to focus on, me personally, if they want to really sell cabinets overall, these little niche things are fine, but I think they really need to focus on the arcade classics, the arcade treasures, the things that people are really dying for and asking for. All the people on their Twitter, everyone in their Facebook page, everybody on their Instagram, the stuff they're asking for, that's what they need to do. But I think there's nothing but upside when it comes to locking down the NFL Blitz game, because I think that's another just fun game similar to NBA Jam. It's like a bar game. It's super casual, pick it up, play it. Everybody can jump in. It's over the top action. It's really fun. So I think that it's just a no-brainer. Now, is that going to happen soon? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen soon. I think that the NFL and the NBA is seeing some lost revenue because of, the the pandemic, and I can't imagine that the NFL isn't also going to see some impact by that. So maybe in their desperation, they'll reach out and try to make a little cheddar off of Arcade1up buying up that likeness or the license anyway. So it's possible they could just do it as a revenue stream. Half-hearted even as it may. I mean, if they just sell a few of these, if they put it out there, we're going to buy them up, right? So I think they're working on it. I think it's in the background. I think for sure they're going to go for it and do it as soon as they can. But I think in the meantime, they probably have other stuff that they're working on. And if some of these rumors that I've heard, if some of these things that I've seen are true, I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to be sort of surprised. Now, I'll go ahead and say this. I have seen some photos of some mock-ups or what someone claims to have first-hand knowledge of some of the stuff we know that's coming out. Simpsons, we've seen that. We know that's coming out. Today I saw an image of the head-to-head, the cocktail cabinet Mortal Kombat setup. It looks pretty good. I'm afraid they may be using the artwork for that first iteration of the Mortal Kombat cab. So that artwork unfortunately was a little bit faded, but that was just, I think the image that I saw was very preliminary. We know that's coming out. I don't want to speak too much about what could be on the horizon because I don't want to, I don't think, I don't have that agreement with my sources yet as far as I'm going to reveal that. So I'm not going to share any pictures now. I'm not going to share any more specifics now, but as soon as I get kind of a nod and a wink and whatever, I'll share more with you as soon as possible. But NFL Blitz, as soon as they get it, it's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen. Smash it, destroy it, snuggle up to it, hug it, kiss it, whatever you got to do, but make that like button happen. Make it happen, make it happy. I do appreciate it. Terry B, just say no to the Pro. Really? Come on, man. Come on, what's wrong? The Projector is where it's at. That's what all the kids are saying, right? Cesar Miranda. Hi, everyone. Hi to you. Good to see you. Hey, BCJ. That's what I want to call you. I hope you're cool with that. Little acronym for your name, BCJ. Hey, good evening, 19K Fox. Ready to beat you all? Listen, you might want to aim a little higher. You could definitely beat me. I don't think that's going to be a problem. But like I said, it's not going to be hard to do. Not going to be hard to do at all. Rainwater Games Secrets, a source. I can't do it. Projectorcade. Projectorcade. Gotcha. I see what you did there. Yeah, listen, as soon as I know more, I'll let you know. As soon as I can share more, I'll let you know. But let me just say that me is kind of a critic of Arcade1up. To be fair, I think I give them a hard time where they deserve it, but I'm also still a fan of their stuff. And for those of you that may have noticed, I don't know if you can kind of tell my head's swinging around. So the MK cabinet, the Midway Legends cabinet is a legacy cabinet. It's not gone. I just moved it over to the future arcade location. So for now, I'm going to keep this set up to just 3 full-size cabs max, and then I'm always going to have a Countercade here. Well, I mean, maybe. Well, depends. Now, some of those 2-player Countercades, they're rumored. Maybe legit. So I may definitely have to have a permanent spot for one of those. But anyway, so that's why that's actually the project back there. That's the AVP cab. You can't tell what's going on, can you? That's right, because I'm slick. Turn it around. You can't find that. Yeah, for real. Bestow these secrets upon us, please. No, I cannot. Not now. Anyway. Man, I spent hours playing Blitz. Yes, Fatal. Many of us did. Way more entertaining than Madden. Madden is great if you want to sit down, console game, and really get into, all the ins and outs and set up the game beforehand, and maybe even do like a career mode. But NFL Blitz was that great. Just walk up to it, throw a quarter in, and just play. And it was crazy over the top. Very, very fun for sure. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic after we have a drink of our Four Roses single barrel. Delicious. Let's get into the first topic. Let's get into the thing that people have been clamoring for, dying to see. Oh, wow, please give us this thing that we all have to have. That everybody wait, no. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this at all. This is, unfortunately, I don't know. It's not like it was really built up in any kind of real way. There we go. Let's mute that. So it just sort of happened. We did see this as part of the leaks, and this actually, if anything, it adds credence to the leaks that we saw, those Randy's Records leaks. It mentioned the I mean the Projectorcade. This is weird. So okay, first off, if you've ever listen, I'm gonna talk about these fools here in just a second because that is ridiculous. What are you doing? Nobody acts like that. No, I mean, if you just want a car, I'm gonna talk about them now because this is overacting at its finest. I mean, what is wrong with they're losing their mind? Even the guy in the middle is like, dude, relax, calm down, quit hitting me. It's not that, it's like, you get a car. Look at this. Look, there's no way. There's no, come on. What are you doing? And it's you're playing Pac-Man. Nobody's that pumped about Pac-Man. Big money. Look, this guy's losing his mind over here, dude. On the left's like losing it. Calm down. Wait, I wonder what they're actually watching to get them pumped, to get them in the scene, get them in the moment. It's got to be something else. So okay, listen. So here you go. So you got $3.99. Unqualified critics said that he thinks he found the projector that they're using here, and it's like an $80 projector. I think that's probably correct. I kind of did the same thing, just sort of went to Amazon and tried to match up the style with something else, and I just unfortunately that's probably what it is. $80 projector on the high side, I guess, maybe even less. I'm sure they're getting it for much cheaper than that. Look, this is, if you've ever done anything with a projector, it's tough to get a good one to watch movies on. But you got with this, you're gonna have latency issues. I mean, you're gonna have all kind of sort of problems with the rough controls that Arcade1up gives us anyway, right? They're not known for their great controls. It's fine. Now you're gonna have rough controls, a blurry image on a wall. I mean, I don't really understand the draw. I don't understand this. We're obviously not going to get any new games. This is the same old stuff that we've had over and over and over again from Arcade1up. Pac-Man after Pac-Man after Pac-Man. And fine, that's okay. But you can't just keep look, this is played out. You can't keep repackaging the same games over and over and over again. And projector, this is such a weird thing that, I mean, anybody that wanted to do this they would probably already have a projector at home for movies, maybe their theater room. And then they would just take and pick a device, any other device. I mean, you can play these games, especially Pac-Man. You can play this. You could have their little TV plug and play box that they have that Arcade1up offers. Plug that into your projector and just do it that way. And I'm sure your projector is going to be more than, this $80 cheap thing. I mean, I don't know. This is really, to me, this is more of like kids would like this. And I don't mean like teenagers. I mean like kids. But kids aren't playing Pac-Man. So, I mean, maybe you could pull off a Street Fighter or something with this. I don't know. This is such a weird thing to come out. And then as far as the price goes, you're looking, okay, so if this $3.99 holds, let me kill that. So this $3.99 price is legit price. Let's say that's what you can buy it for at Best Buy, Walmart. End of the day, that's not terrible price-wise. Now, this image is probably a little bit more accurate of what you're going to have to deal with, as far as you're going to have to get your room super dark to be able to see the damn image. And that's a little weird at a party, and who's going to do that by themselves? And if you're talking about $3.99, and this is somebody that's going to be, if you're playing this by yourself and you're going to spend $3.99, just go get the Namco Legacy CAD. You're much more happy with that than you will with this. It just seems like such a miss. And look at these people. What? No, they don't even know what Pac-Man is. They're far too young and attractive to be playing Pac-Man. Not that if you're young and attractive, you can't play Pac-Man, but you see what I'm saying? This doesn't feel organic in any way. I mean, this is it just makes it worse. I mean, you look at all this stuff and you see this, I mean, come on. Damn. I mean, who brought Kevin Hart in here? What are you doing? You coming in? You're going to learn today. But this is so weird and gimmicky. And it justified I mean, you had to remake a control panel. You couldn't just slap existing parts together and make this happen. Well, we'll just kind of take the cabinet and cut the top off, and there you go. You had to make a custom control panel for this. I mean, it's all the same components, but it's different. It's a bland shape, sure, but it's a completely different form factor. It's just not, to me, it's just weird and so just gimmicky and silly. And they talk about, if you come down here, they talk about the what's included. Some of the things that are included. Where did I see that? It said something about the stickers. I must have. Am I not seeing it? Included. So included is a projector, the gaming deck stand. Gaming deck, I guess that's the control panel. Gaming deck stand, projector stand, HDMI cable, and power cable. So 12 games are included. Can be used as a TV plug and play, which they already offer. So they took their plug and play with, I think, a few more games, and they added a projector. Well, I just see, there you go. You're kind of missing. This doesn't make any sense. If you already got a projector at home, or let's say you don't have a projector at home, you can go buy, if you go to their website, you can buy one of those plug and play systems, or go to Best Buy or anywhere, spend, what are they, 30, 40 bucks? Spend 30 or 40 bucks and then just do that. And then, if you spend 30 or 40 bucks, then go spend another $350 on a nice projector. I mean, take a $300 projector, put all your money in the projector, and then get the little plug and play system, and then just plug that in, and you're good to go. And I think you're going to get a whole lot more for your money that way. This is just, you could really do without the stand. I mean, at that point, what is the point of the stand? You've already lost the arcade form factor. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's really not, so it just necessitating that stand. I mean, it'd be better if you could sort of stand up. That thing's so low that and you're going to have to sit in front of it, and there's no stool, as part of this bundle. So it's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so that's my 2 cents on that. I saw that. I didn't even make a video because I just thought, whatever. I just did a community post. Hey, here it is. Projectorcade. And I had not heard about the rumors before the Randy's leaks. So when I saw it on the Randy's leaks and others told me, oh yeah, that's been rumored for a while, I thought, okay, well, maybe there's something to that. But then you see it, it's like, oh, that is so just underwhelming and sad. It's really sad. So there you go. If you've been dying for one, knock yourself out. But I think that's a total mismatch there. I think that's probably a product that they probably already got the inventory. Let's just slap it together. We're not even going to talk about it at E3. Let's just throw it on QVC, sell them all, and then we'll never bring this up again. Just like that relative, that drunk uncle that shows up at the parties and nobody ever. Don't even really acknowledge his presence. Not that I've ever done that or been that guy, but I'm just saying. Comments are a little close to home. So yeah, there you go. Hollywood Polo. Hey, hi everybody. Hi to you. How was your weekend? My weekend was pretty good. Very, very full of stuff. I was very busy for the weekend. Very busy indeed. When did I get home? Wednesday night. So I did like a long stint. I had to go to flew into Minneapolis and went to Minnesota. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Minnesota. Went to Wisconsin, just across the river, and was there for a little over a week. Then I had to swing by Montana. Swing by Montana? What? Yeah, I had to go to Montana for a few days, and then head back. So busy, and then of course when you get back, the honeydew list is there, and then of course I have my projects and my stuff that I want to get done. So busy weekends for sure. Everybody's saying hello to Hollywood. What's up? Jeff just took my brother to the airport this morning. I don't know who you're talking to. Must be talking to Jeff. Oh, Chad just jumped on me. I apologize. Jumping around. Let me get caught back up. I apologize. It will be $290. Yeah, $290. To be $299 at Walmart. Clearance $250. People are going to be buying this just to have a cheap projector. Which is probably that's what everybody's going to watch it for. It's like, well, I'll get it for the projector. But then again, when they do a little research, they realize how cheap the thing is. Just get the projector. Just spend $80, $100. Go spend $200 and get a projector, a decent projector. Projector so low it has massive keystone. Yeah, it still blows. Yes, it does. It still blows. Look at the slant. The angle of the projector is skewed. Well, that's another thing. You really need to be dead on to transfer that image flat. But if it's so low, and we know this is low, if you look at the pictures, the guy has to sit there. You can't even stand up and play this thing. It's so low you have to sit down. That means that projector is really low. I mean, it's probably less than like 20 inches off the ground. So yeah, you're gonna have to point the thing up. And when you do that, you're gonna have a stretched, elongated image. That's a good point. So it's going to be stretched and you can't see it. So your aspect ratio is going to be all screwed up. And it's just, you got to turn all the lights off in the room. And it's weird if you don't know, the people at the party. Like, who is this guy? Why does he turn the lights off? Oh, let's leave. Was he playing Pac-Man in the dark? We're out of here. Jeff, I saw the world's biggest Pac-Man at GameWorks in Mall of America on a huge screen. It's epic. Yeah, just play your, the chat jumped again. I apologize. Dreamcast, what's up? Rainwater game, never. LOL. Did it jump? And it did. Man, I'm sitting here talking. It just jumped all over the place. Let me get caught back up. Yeah, Dreamcast Kyle was in here earlier. AVP Cab. Programming note. Part 3 will be on 8 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that's it. Scheduled to be on at 8 o'clock. Part 3, we're getting into some real nuts and bolts. Getting close to the end. What's going to happen? I don't know. Will it work? Maybe. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't work? What if all his efforts were for nothing? What if it's all in vain? What if it blows up? What if it just sucked? That'd be horrible. But I think it'll be all right. Fox, did you get a new haircut? I did. I got the sides trimmed, kept the top. Trying to make the wife happy and try to make me happy. Got to have a little bit of something on top. You got to have a little whoosh. Little Superman thing going on. Trying to. That's so fake. Their reaction? No. Their reaction was legit. They were having a ball. Damn it, they were having a ball. Kevin Hart was laughing his ass off playing Pay. He's like, I can't believe you spent $400 on this. That's why he was laughing, because he couldn't believe the guy spent $400. Like, look at this thing, don't even work. Like, light bulb's going out, image is all screwed up, stretched out, dim. That's why he was giving him a hard time. That's why the guy in the middle was like, man, stop, man, come on, man. I'm trying to impress her. What are you doing? Just sad. Didn't work out so well. Hi, babies. How was your weekend? Babies. Oh, glass babies. What's going on? Yep. I think did I have somebody sneak in a little bit? Man, there we go. Look at this guy. Drunk 3PO, my brother. How you doing? Love you, bro. Love you too, man. Hope you're having a good time. I think you're over on Ryan's channel tonight, raising all kinds of hell, having a ball. Tell him I said hi and keep on fighting the good fight. And for you, my friend, I'm going to give you a little bit, let's give you a little bit of this. Here you go. Get kind of sad watching those clips now, don't you? Oh, will the Killer Instinct cab ever come? I don't know. Man, I tell you what, it took the wind out of my sails when I didn't see that at E3. Thanks, Drunk. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, when I didn't see that at E3, man, I'm serious. I was hurt because I was really going back and forth between the X-Men and Killer Instinct, and I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I was like, okay, Killer Instinct. You got to, right? And man, when it didn't show up, it hit me. Hit me so hard. All right, speaking of, here we go. Hollywood Polo. Fox, you can buy a much better spec, projector for about $200 standalone and just pair it with the Gamer Mini. Pair it with anything you already have. I mean, just get you a decent little projector and put it up on a table somewhere and then just pair it with anything. I mean, these projectors take HDMI, or take your pick. You have any number of gaming things to do to plug this thing into, I mean, rock a PS5 or PS4, PS3, PS2, whatever. I mean, if you want to play these retro games, there's so many different plug-and-play systems that everybody has made. Remember those crappy ones? I think they were made by At Games, where they were the actual joystick, and you played. I mean, those things are just like a dime a dozen. It's not. They were trying to solve a problem that doesn't need to be solved. It wasn't like they were filling some niche, like, oh, if there was some crazy way we could put this together for cheap, and people, I just don't think that that's a good way to game. There's a reason why flat screen LED, and plasma before LED, but plasma TVs came out. They replaced that rear projection TV, that washed out image. That wasn't the ideal way to play. It was better than CRTs and all that, the weight and everything, but still, it really wasn't ideal. And those rear projection TVs didn't last long. They were massive. They were giant. You're having the same sort of issue here, where this is really so super niche and such a weird thing for somebody to do, that if they want to do it, they will. They'll go on Amazon and get the $200, $100, whatever projector and just do it themselves. It's just such a, I don't know. This is not some weird tech thing that somebody needed to figure out. Nobody was crying out for this. This seems to me like Gen 1 Arcade1up. Hey, we've got Pac-Man. What can we do with Pac-Man? Well, we can only do so many things with Pac-Man. Well, listen, we got to keep coming out with different versions of Pac-Man until we can lock down these new licenses. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like we got to come up with another way to game, and then use these same games we have. And I'm not necessarily knocking it, but I think that this is a big thing to ask people to jump into, because now you have the physical space of that, stand, which is fine. I mean, you look at the space these things take up. It takes up some space, okay, but that's it. That's all they take up. That's it. But if you've got this stand here, you've got that thing, and now you've got to shoot it on a wall. So now you've got to have a blank wall somewhere, or you've got to have a screen. Now think about it. If you add the cost of some kind of screen that you're gonna have to put up to game like this, it's insane, man. Now the price is just going through the roof. And for what? For what purpose? To just play Pac-Man again? To play dimly lit Pac-Man? It doesn't make any sense. Not whenever we're dying to hear about products you've already announced in January. Not when we're dying to hear about Killer Instinct. Not when we're wanting to see The Simpsons on your website. We're wanting to get verification. We saw these, we saw all this media stuff. We saw these articles written about it, but we didn't see any. We want to know from you. We want to see it on. It gives me and others the warm and fuzzy when I can see The Simpsons. It's on your website. There it is. There you go. And I know I can lock that down. I know it's coming. But right now, it's kind of weird. And for those that say, "Well, just get over it," well, Killer Instinct's the same way. It's not on there. We know nothing other than what we were told in January at CES. That's it. That's it. So, put it on your website, get it there, and then we can kind of move on. We can get ready for that. So, moving on to the next product that, it's so weird. So we have E3, where we have these 4 cabinets that are released, or not released, but they're announced, and a lot of detail, a lot of fanfare, pictures, no pricing, but we know when they're going to go on sale. Pre-order, get ready. Here it comes, January 1, boom. That's great. That's good. Then we get these other things that trickle out, like these Projectorcades that just show up on QVC and not even being discussed. I mean, back in the olden days, like 2 years ago, E3, they had a booth and they had just a multitude of things at this booth. This, I think, would have been one of the things in that booth. So you cut down the cost of the convention cost of actually going there. You don't have to have the booth space. I still don't know why they didn't have some sort of a live stream at their warehouse, their production facility somewhere, and showing off a wall full of this new stuff. So they have their E3 booth locally, but they just stream. They do something, even if it was pre-recorded, they can show us that. So, there's that. But moving on to something else, like I said, that is sort of just announced, but not at E3, but in kind of a weird way. I mean, we knew about this forever, but the way this was announced is so weird. And this comes from Arcade1up. It didn't just show up somewhere, but it kind of showed up in the weirdest way. Randomly on their Twitter. Hey, did you hear the news? Infinity Game Table pre-orders are kicking off on July 17th. No, we didn't hear the news. You know why? Because you didn't tell us. We had no idea this was coming. I just made fun of you my last live stream because you keep using this Infinity Game Table in all your marketing, and no one knew anything about it. Like, how much was it going to be? When we were going to be able to get it? And then, hey, follow us on Twitter, or you're not going to find out about this stuff. The marketing is the information is so fragmented You know, you get E3 and you think, okay, here's all the stuff. It's a shame we didn't hear about this and that, but at least we got this list of stuff. And now you get these things that trickle out via different sources, and it's tough to keep up with. It's really tough, especially if you want to support, this brand. So July 17th, ready for a closer look? Check out this article by Game Rant. Why don't you give us a closer look? Arcade1up, this is yours. Why don't you give it to us? Why aren't you having some video? Why isn't this on your website with more detail? Why isn't the July 17th on your website with more detail, with videos, telling us more about it? We have all that initial stuff. We don't have anything else. It's a hands-on look on what's to come. Once again, why are you directing us to other sources? Why aren't you at the forefront? And then, of course, these, I'm a big fan of these other comments. So you go and they're like, hey, look at this. And everybody's like, no, we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk over here. First off, this guy, come on, Rick, you're just being silly now. Will you be able to have Skype and Zoom? Come on, man. Hey, no. I mean, that would be kind of cool. If you're talking about like a portal, like you can have a Zoom, like you connect different people on screen and play the thing, but that would necessitate everybody having the product, I think. And then Zero Hero, look at this guy. If only you would have a representative come on a media platform like, I don't know, YouTube, and discuss it with like-minded individuals. Crazy, as if they used to do that. It's weird. Been waiting for mine forever. You said June, and June is just about over. Supported you on Kickstarter. Oh, that's not good. You have a supporter here. Great idea. Too expensive. If it ever hits the discount, the cabs. If this hits the discounts, this is so weird. This proofread your tweets before you send them out there. R.333. But basically saying, hey, if it shows up on the discount shelf, I'll get one. And then Boogie Hill Fatters. He just says, hello, Simpsons. Where you at? Hello. See, they don't even know where it is. No one knows where it is. Everybody wants to hear about it. They want to talk about that. They really don't want to talk about other stuff. And so what you have to do is, if let's say you're interested in the product, but I think a lot of people are interested. I think most of us are at least interested. We want to know more about it. Not that we're going to get it, but we're interested because I think the idea, in theory, sounds good. Makes some sense. I bought the Hasbro Family Game Night for PlayStation 3, and then when it came out on PS4, got that as well. And we could all sit around, and on the big screen, we could play virtual board games. So there's a market for that. So this, in some ways, makes some sense. But you can't get the information on Arcade1up. You got to go to this. You got to click on this link that takes you to this this review, which I will bring up now. Here you go. And so now this is what you got to do. So you start at the top, and it gives us some of the images we've seen before. So it's a lot of blah, blah, blah. This is it. Plenty of games. Promises. 24-inch and 32-inch. Is anybody really going to go down for the 24-inch? A lot of people with those pinball machines, are really just bagging on the 24-inch size. This looks kind of cool, but I really want to know the height of this thing. Is this like coffee table size? I think these legs are removable, so if you want to just put this on a table, you can do that, which probably makes more sense. That would just sit on a coffee table. If you're going to break this thing out, kind of set it off to the side. But if you scroll down, and of course, Monopoly, Yahtzee, Battlefield, Operation, stuff that, people legit want to play. That's fine. I think this is the 32-inch here because the 24-inch looks considerably smaller than that. Scroll down. Where is it? Let's get it. Okay, so here we go. So most importantly, the online connectivity of the Infinity Game Table opens up its scope so that users don't need to wait for a party of 4. But does that mean they have to also have an Infinity Game Table, or can they log in via an app or something else? I don't know. Granted, it's unclear what the market will be for the Infinity Game Table, as its $500 price tag or $700 for the 32-inch model can be prohibitive. You think? $700. Now, I'm not saying that you're getting robbed. I'm not saying that they're assaulting you with the mere mention of $700, but I think that's a bit much. That's a bit much. $700 for a board game simulator. Let's have a drink. Let's think about that for just 1 second. Now, I say 700 because I doubt a lot of people are going to want to get the 24-inch. I just don't. I think that's way too small. I think you're going to be disappointed. But even the 24-inch at $500, I mean, you can get a 4K TV in 32-inch for $200. I mean, you're really stretching people. I mean, $700 for a 32-inch model. Why wouldn't I just go buy an iPad Pro for a couple $100 more, 12-inch, and I can do whatever I want with that? I mean, it's not 32 inches, but it's an iPad Pro. Go to Amazon and get one of their tablets and do the same thing. I mean, this is just a little wild. If this was a super premium product where it was like a 42-inch or if it was like a 50-inch, it's something similar to what I don't know if you remember when Microsoft first revealed the Surface concept, before it was the name of their premium stuff. The Microsoft Surface was an actual huge touchscreen. It was like a coffee table. It was huge. This thing was massive. And it was a touch interface, but it was a big flat computer, basically. That would be something. That would be eye-catching. But this is like a thing you're going to keep in a drawer, in a box, in a closet somewhere, and just pull it out every once in a while. At least with an arcade cabinet, you're looking at a big showpiece. You're looking at something that's going to have a place. It's going to take up some space, sure, but it's there. You can walk up to it. It's more than just the games inside. It's all that. $700. I can't get over that. And I also can't get over the fact that I've got to come to some other, review to get. I mean, is this price speculation or is this legit? I don't know. No idea. So, and then of course, it also gives us a little more information. This is going to be available at Best Buy. So July 17th, 2021 at Best Buy. So if you're interested, which I think a lot of people are interested, I just don't know if it's going to sell. I don't know if that's going to translate into buyers. I just don't know. This is something that is kind of cool in theory, but who's gonna cough up $700 for a board game simulator? That's what this is. Until we see more, I can't call it anything but that. I think $700, you're missing the mark. For that screen set, I think you're missing the mark. I think it's not something people are clamoring for anyway. So, but anyway, that's what I think. What do you think? What do you think? Hollywood Pillow. Fox, you can buy a better. Oh, I read that. I got to scroll down. Take the projector out and make a good pedestal. There you go. If it was a little taller, Kyle, but hell, it's not even that tall. It's not even really tall enough where we can walk up, stand up to it, and start playing. So that's a little weird. It's like a neck tattoo. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I mean, I loved her, but then she cheated on me, and now I got her name on my neck. At least it's on the back of my neck, so nobody can see it. But then I got to grow a mullet to cover it up. Tattoos are not the best decisions, kids. Like I've told others. Tattoo. Okay, great. You better think it's cool forever, because that's what it does. Or you got to cover it up with something else. So just think it through, kids. Think it through. Face tattoos should be illegal. It should be illegal. They're putting an 8-way joystick on that thing. If they do, good luck on Pac-Man. Only psychos play 4-way games with an 8-way joystick. Or if you want to torture yourself. Well, some people want to torture themselves. And I'm not here to put you in a box and tell you what you can and can't do, but that's I tend to agree. Shortstop 12 Hawk. Hello indeed. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Dan Freeman. So no Babycade? Not yet. And I gotta tell you, Dan, I'm actually depending on the price point, I'm probably gonna get a Babycade. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, listen, these little toddlers are stuck with like crappy plastic kitchens, and like the little workshop things are okay, but think about something really super rugged, that's that is like a game. It's an interactive game. You know, how rugged is it? I can't wait to buy one and test it out because I'm going to test it out a lot. A super lot. I hope a whole lot. Anyone see Manifest? Is it good? Anyone see Manifest? Is it good? I have no idea. Man, the chat jumped again. I apologize. I am so sorry. What is going on? Oh my goodness, there she is. Hey Tugs, what's going on? Is Christy in here also? Where's Christy? There she is. Look at that. Hey Christy, how you doing? Man, this thing is all over the place. Tugs, what's going on, girl? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Christy was in here earlier. Look at this. Man, I'm going the wrong way. Fox is going the wrong way. I know. I apologize. There she is again. And okay, they're used to other people doing advertising for them, and they don't know how to do it. Yeah, I know it's weird, Kyle. I mean, it's like, hey, we got our stuff. Why don't we just shoot a quick video, do a demonstration? I mean, come on, goofballs like you and I do this all the time, Kyle. What the hell? You know, we do this all the time, and we're pretty good. But still, they could put something together. You haven't already smashed? Yes, please smash the like button. I do appreciate it. It helps out just a ton. P-Dubs, I played Guardians of the Galaxy Stern pinball for the first time. It's really fun. Even played a Dirty Harry pinball, pristine condition. Lucky coming in my chat talking about playing actual pinball games. They're awesome though. It's really, I mean, once you play that, it's really kind of hard to go back to digital pinball for sure. Everybody talking to Chrissy. How you doing? Hey, Bill, what's up, man? Arcade1up is really terrible at their own advertising, which is weird because it's like you could just stand there awkwardly and say, here's the thing. And it would be better than what they're doing. To farm this stuff out to all these other, all these other publications is just weird. I just don't get it. Dirty Harry pin sounds cool as hell. You better believe it is. Of course, I mean, I don't know. I got this weird thing about T2. Terminator 2 is just, that's just it for me. Whether it's the pinball, whether it's a shooting game, I love it. I love it a lot. What I'm saying, saving a few for Christmas like last year. Yeah. Bobby, I hope so. Man, I hope they're just hey, by the way, boom, floodgates open. And here we go. But based on some of those leaks that we saw, a lot of this stuff is going to drop in November. Some of the big stuff is actually going to drop in September. So they might want to get on this. For sure. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Hey, P-Dub, what's up, man? Subscribe to this guy. This guy? Subscribe to me? Appreciate it. Thanks. That's a great idea. You know what? Everybody should do that. Go tell a friend for sure. I have a really nice short throw project that I hardly ever use, but it would be ideal for a setup like this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're proving my point, Mike. If you've already got a projector, like, why would you waste your money on this? $400 is nothing to sneeze at for a bunch of games that most people already have in a lot of different iterations. Got to pay for them licenses. That's true. Got to pay, son. Spend that money. Spend that money indeed. I would totally buy an Infinity game table if I got one on clearance for $300 or less. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I think, like I said, the idea is cool to be able to have, if we could, I don't know, I'd spend well, I don't say 1,000, but I think a lot of us would spend a good chunk of change if it was an awesome, coffee table that was always a coffee table, always there. And then you could just hit a button or click on it and the whole thing opened up. I mean, I'm talking like, big, like 42-inch. And then be able to break this out and have it be a multimedia device. But I think that's something that like Microsoft or Apple would make, not Arcade1up. Are they biting off a little more than they can chew? Maybe. This isn't really their bag, but I could be wrong. That's because you like crappy board games, P-Dubs. No. Come on, man. Listen, okay, if you're of a certain age, if you're 40s, 30s, 40s, PW just turned 40, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. Board games was back in the day, man. Especially, listen, even now the lights go out. You could break out a board game and you can have fun for hours. Monopoly would just, you want to kill yourself before the game's over because the original version just took forever to finish. 8-bit's like, dude, I'm so tired of hearing, well, you got to pay for the licenses. I'm sure that they are making a killing on the profit margin once they have the license and get making the same cab over and over. Yeah, I mean, we'll look at, I mean, we keep making fun of Pac-Man, but it's legit. You keep taking the same games list and just over and over and over and over again, recycling it, slapping it in different form factors. It's all the same games, but they add one or two. I mean, if they're selling and people are buying it, then I guess who's to blame? I mean, I can't blame them. I mean, if we're out there buying it in every iteration possible, I guess I can't really blame them. But still, damn, bro. I mean, come on. Yeah, no regrets. Exactly. No regrets indeed. Now listen, Mike, come on. Now his feelings are hurt. Come on, Rainwater Games. Oh, this what you said. I bet Mike Hawkhurst's real name isn't even Mike. You think it's Larry? Oh, damn. That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive a little bit into my review of the Super Pac-Man. I wanted to bring up something important because I think it talks about the future of Arcade1up as far as where they're going to go. And it really is that PCB. So let's check it out over here real quick. This right here didn't blow my mind, but it did surprise me. So if you'll remember, well, let me go ahead. So we'll talk about this first. I want to show you a stock PCB from the Generation 2 Countercades. So the entire top is playing on every other second-gen Countercade. But in here you obviously have, this is for the marquee, sort of their standard plug. USB, which is something different, to have it mounted like that, to have it not just on the board, where maybe if you bought a bunch of generic boards and they happen to have USB on them, but to have it actually broke out like that and have the emblem embossed on the metal, that tells me something, programming maybe, I don't know. And then you got the same, this embossing going on over here for the headphone jack, which is actually pretty nice. Go check out my review. I actually take a look at the connector itself. It's legit. It's not like an afterthought. It actually looks really good. So, but what's killing me right here, you got micro USB or micro SD, a micro SD card slot right here. I am going to tear into this and see if there's something in there. I don't know if there's something in there, or I don't know. It's tough to get into. I have my camera really close right there just to get this shot. So now for your reference, let's go ahead and I want to show you, this is what a stock PCB looks like. Second gen. Okay, so you've got the bottom connectors. You still have that micro USB slot right there. Okay, there's your power connector there. There's all this, the stuff, the controls and speaker and everything else. But if you look on top, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. On-off switch. But that's it. So this is what we had, in some of those $50 Galaga Countercades that are the same size that a bunch of us use for modding. But yeah, that was really, really sort of plain. And I mean, just far and above, not what you can expect or not what we see here. And it's nuts. So what does that mean? So are we talking about all the games are actually on that micro SD card slot? Are they? I don't know. Is there something in there? I got to check that out. But what is with all the ports? Now, the micro USB could be for power, besides that AC adapter. Okay, I get that. That makes some sense. But with the USB on top, the USB 2.0, and then you got the micro SD card slot on the side. So, I mean, are we talking about one of those slots is for programming, for updates? Is that cheaper than including Wi-Fi on these little cabs? What does this say about PCBs moving forward? Are we going to actually see some of this on the full-size cabs? Are we going to see micro SD cards? And if so, you know what that means. You can pop those things out, put them in your laptop, and can you actually add games to that? I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's when you really think about it, this is so different than what we've seen from Arcade1up before. And this definitely, I think it speaks volumes for what we can actually look forward to moving forward. If they're putting this in countercades now, this new wave of countercades, what are they going to put in the full-size cabs? It makes me really excited about that to see what they're going to do with that. I don't know. I mean, but I really think that, I mean, this kind of opens them up to a lot of hackability. You're going to see modders. You're going to see a lot of software guys digging in because now we have different entry points. We have many different options now. Are we booting from the micro SD card? I don't know. Is that just storage? I mean, because micro SD card, you can get a 1 terabyte micro SD card. What could you possibly do? Could you make your Arcade1up? You could turn into a multicade? I don't really know. I think the sky is kind of the limit when it comes to this stuff. The modding community is crazy. What are we going to be able to develop? I don't know. It's interesting to see. But yeah, so this thing is not bad. You got, unfortunately, the same screen. You can even see now it's kind of washed out. You can kind of see that, you really still kind of look at it dead on. It's maybe not quite as bad as some of those other ones, but it's not the greatest. The headphone jack is legit though. It sounds good. The volume though, you really got to crank the volume to the max, and it's only so good. Yeah, it's not gonna blast your eardrums off. It's just not gonna kill it for sure. But, bro, over here missing the super chat. What? Well, what super chat did I miss? Oh no. Did I miss a super chat? No, I didn't. Let me scroll up. No, I just got one. I got one from Drunk. That's it. I didn't get no super chat, did I? Oh, I did. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, I feel so horrible. This is my Texas sister, and she gave me a super sticker for $2. What an a-hole. All right, I'm gonna take a drink, and then you're gonna get something special. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I feel like such an idiot. So this is for Christy. Awesome mod. She takes care of me. She's been a supporter forever since day one. And I got to hit you with a little something. And where's a good one for you? Here it is.
Target spotted. This should be quick.
And why did I miss it? All I can say is
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Sorry about that, Christy. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. You are great. Super wonderful. Bozo says, sweet. Adam Montgomery, what's going on? Please miss the point about who the projector audience is. It's people who A, watch QVC, and B, have never heard of Arcade1up, who will buy that thing on impulse. That's why there was no E3 announcement. Okay, so I have a grandmother, and she is definitely in that B category. Well, I guess she's A and B. She buys stuff on impulse. She watches QVC. And what's the other one? HSN? Whatever. Anyway, the Buy Stuff Network. And she'll do that for sure. And somebody, I mean, I don't know, if it was sub $400, maybe it's an impulse buy. But at $400, I fail to see how that's going to be an impulse buy. But I guess so. But I think they just built this and they just sort of slubbed it out there. They're like, just get it out there. It is what it is. And, hopefully we sell some. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad for sure. I think it's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. They could have really sort of sunk their assets into something else. Not asses. I said assets. Assets, completely different thing. Completely different thing for sure. Still looks good in some ways. The Projectorcade. Say uncle. But QVC and HSN, same company. Yeah. I'd say, I don't know. It boggles my mind, especially when we're going to have what is a completely different form factor. The Projectorcade is completely different. It's a different way as far as Arcade1up is concerned to game, and to have that be sort of your platform. That's how you launch it. It's just with, here you go. We just puke this out on QVC, and whatever happens, happens. it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't really get that. But I'm pumped about the future. I'm pumped about some of the leaks that I saw, some of the things that I'm hearing. We know about those big leaks, those Randy's records leaks. The 2-player, I think some of the stuff I'm just morbidly curious about. So like a 2-player version of this. I am curious to see a good, horizontal layout. The 2-player control panel, how's that going to work? Like I said, interested, but I'm going to probably buy one. I got to check it out, at least for the channel. But am I going to hang on to it? Am I going to sell it? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's tough to see that. This for me is like something cool you have on your desk. If it's like Super Pac-Man was your favorite game, this comes with a lit marquee and it's something kind of cool you can have on the side. Have it in your office. Maybe you don't have the room for a full size. You don't want to commit to a full size machine. This is exactly what this is. This is an impulse buy, not a $400 Projectorcade. This is $150. You get it on sale. Maybe it's 100, maybe it's 120, and you jump on this. That makes a whole hell of a lot more sense than a $400 Projectorcade. So I don't know. I fail to see the logic in any way, shape, or form. Oh, the Super Pac-Man. It looks good in some ways in the form factor they come with. Yeah, I think for what it is. I mean, I'm a fan of this sloped Arcade1up side panel. I mean, I like that. I mean, it's not super arcade accurate, but it's I thought that it was unique, and I thought that it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. It made it sort of stand out. It was definitely that was a way of saying Arcade1up without actually having the word Arcade1up printed on the damn thing. Although they do that too. But I think that this looks dope. I mean, I love this. I freaking love this. This is just screams 80s. And I like that. The whole Superman red, white, and blue thing looks good. This thing is yellow. It's bright. I mean, I don't know if you can tell. I'll try to hit this with a little bit of light and see this thing. This thing is yellow. It's very yellow. So, if you're wanting something, if you need to kind of break up the color palette or the color scheme in your room and you want a little yellow on it, there you go. That's where you do it. But it looks good. It's a Countercade is something you have like one of. I've got 3 because I mod them, because I change them up, and it's cheaper to get the artwork for this than it is for a full-blown arcade. And you can kind of mess around. I like the challenge of really trying to get a bunch of stuff in a really tight, confined space. So that's just me. That's how I like to party. QVC is the one that finally sold Partycades. Yeah, that's why they sent the Projectorcade to QVC. It's from Grandma. Oh, it is for Grandma, isn't it? She'll love it. And I'll have to put it together. Maybe I'll do a review on it. I don't know. That's another scary thing. If she knows that you're into Arcade1up, she'll, oh yeah, he'll love it. No, he won't. Different companies, but the same. Different companies, but exactly the same game, dude. Exactly. You live near a Randy's Records? Dude, you got to swing by. You need to swing by with your little camera and check it out. Give us some spy photos, the inside scoop. QVC is running a Christmas in July promo now. If you buy today, you have until January 31st, 2022 to return it. That might be dangerous for them. Half these projectors will potentially be dead by November, or dead as soon as they get them. Yeah, they're rolling the dice on that one, aren't they? They could be severing some ties with Arcade1up if that's the case. Hoffcast, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Another Ohio brother. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at as far as, what we saw coming out, what's new. We got some things coming down the pipe. I think I'm excited about what I'm seeing out of the Pac-Man Countercade. But as for tonight, this is kind of where we're at.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
So we're going to wrap this thing up, kind of leave it there. So stay tuned to the channel tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part 3 of the Alien vs. Predator build will premiere. It is part 3. Is it the last part? I don't know. Is it the final? Well, if you can see behind me, probably not. But definitely check that out. We dig into that control panel, really going into the guts of that project, and really, this is how it's going to work. This is how you make this work. All the brains are going to be housed in that control panel. So check that out. Put a lot of work into that, and then I'm just really I love this project. It's my favorite game. I think that if Arcade1up made one of these, I'd be buying 2 of them, you know, leave one in the box forever. But anyway, yeah, so check out the channel, check out some of the videos, especially on the new Countercade. Maybe we see what's coming down the pipe. Everybody don't work too hard. I'm looking forward to July 4th weekend. I hope you are too. Everybody have a blessed day, and I will see you